Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It is Tuesday afternoon here in the Eastern Time Zone of the U.S. It is 18:15 Zulu on November 12th, 2024, and this is Tuesdays with DX Engineering. Today, I am inside the Summit Racing Superstore here at Exit 29 on I-76, just outside of Akron, Ohio. And today we're inside the DX Engineering showroom that is inside Summit Racing. And today we have one of our favorite guests. It's our senior technical guru, Rod, K8RR. Hello, Rod.
Hi, Tim. How's it going today?
Good, good. Lots going on here in the store as everybody is getting ready to enjoy all the sunspots that are going on. 6 meters is hot, 10 meters is hot. The bands are open 24 hours a day. It is really a great time. And of course, winter is coming up, and that means you got to get your antenna systems ready. Rod, I got one of my favorite antenna items here today. It's a can of the JetLube SS30. And Rod, tell everybody how important it is when you're doing stainless hardware and also the electrical connections that you have outside, especially when it comes to putting aluminum tubing together.
That's right. The JetLube SS30 there that Tim has a bottle of. We sell it in a couple of different sizes. It's crucial with copper particles inside of a suspension of lubrication that can provide an excellent contact between the parts, and it also serves as an anti-seize on the stainless steel hardware, and it's just critical. I'm hoping that folks can't hear the echo that I hear right now.
Yep. Oh, you sound good, Rod. You really do. Rod, the antioxidant is really, really important that the SS30 takes care of. So, we want to make sure that if you're putting together an antenna with aluminum tubing, you want to make sure that you're using the JetLube SS30, and we have it here at DX Engineering. Also, how about this one, Rod? This is another winner, the K3LR Deoxit. And back in the day, on some of that old equipment that you have behind you, some of those well worn out, boat anchors need the deoxin in their switches. How many times have you had customers that have fixed up with the K3LR Deoxit?
Oh, it's amazing. The potentiometers, old relay contacts. It's a lifesaver.
Yeah, rotary switches, even in amplifiers. And back in the day, this was standard issue with the Drake C lines and a lot of older equipment. But even some new stuff can benefit from the K3LR Deoxit. And Rod, I don't have it in my hand here, but the latest ARRL handbook, which is handbook number 101, is really impressive. I just ordered it. I'm gonna go out and pick it up here on the way home today. But 6-volume set. If you're looking to get somebody something for Christmas, the ARRL latest handbook, really a value. Rod, what do you got in your bag of tricks down there? You got some new products for us.
Yeah, there's a bunch of new things that have been coming out on dxengineering.com. Just bring up the website and take a look at the what's new. You'll see a listing of all the open box and scratch and dent items, and then also in the listing, not in the order that, boy, we have a pretty bad echo on my voice today. I'm just trying to speak clearly and slowly so it doesn't get too muddled up. But along in that listing of new products, it's what's new. You'll also see all of the new items that we've brought out to the market from other vendors. A whole bunch of new items like the Kiwi SDR 2 and filters from all different types of vendors, but things that we've made ourselves, such as the DX Engineering KD. I'm sorry, it was originally the KD9 SVKR, and now it's the DX Engineering SVKR. And thanks for checking out that audio. It got rid of my echo. That's fantastic. This is a fantastic new replacement for the SVKR. The DX Engineering version now has a 2.1 millimeter 3.8 volt DC input, and it accepts the PTT input from any transceiver, even those that have a solid state, very low current. This PTT input only takes 2 milliamps um, across the solid state or the relay in a transmitter or across the key or whatever you're going to have inputting to this. And then the two outputs, the PTT out 1, PTT out 2, are completely isolated, that can handle up to 450 volts DC, positive or negative, and up to 500 milliamps. So this is a great piece if you're going to be keying an old boat anchor amplifier, like a SB 200, 220 or whatever, or like a Drake TR4, I'm sorry, L4 or an L4B or an L7 or something like that. Collins too. So that's
Rod,
one of the ways to go is to use this keying device, and it does a really nice job. Totally isolated. Both of those outputs are totally isolated from each other.
right. So, Rod, it's very similar to the old Ameritron and MFJ. I believe it was the ARB 704, right, Rod?
That's right. Yeah, the old ARB 704 that everybody loved and everybody liked to get. It had a lot of nice features on it. One of the things it had was the interface cables that would go from the multi-port plug straight to some type of an output on the different transceivers. And now we are coming out with cables that do the same thing. They'll plug into the back of the radio, pick up the voltage, and then bring it out to two connectors if necessary. But actually, typically the keying cables that we have are strictly the keying line that would go to the PTT input red connector here on the SVKR. And this is a fantastic isolator. It could also be used, like say that you want to use an old or even a new solid state keyer, an external electronic keyer, and you want to key an old transmitter like the one I've got back behind me. Those old transmitters had like a high voltage right on the straight key input. Well, you could connect that to here. I'm sorry, your electronic keyer to here, and the high voltage line into the key jack on your transmitter, and then your electronic keyer will be protected from the high voltage that's on that key jack on an old transmitter.
It sounds great, Rod. Thanks very much for that. And what else do you have in your bag of tricks down there?
What we just got pushed up to the web recently is the new Tech JM Taiwan. This is the power amplifier remote. It's on our website as Tech Remote, TEK dash remote. And what this is it's basically a duplication of the front panel, and it works specifically with the tech amplifiers that we have, the two models, the PA350V and the PA150U, and it and it just does. It works in parallels. You could use both of them at the same time. You could hot plug it. You could plug it in and unplug it anytime. It uses a 4-pin mini DIN on the bottom, and it comes with this fantastic 16-foot cable with the mini DINs that plug in from this remote to the back of one of those amplifiers, and you can use it in the mobile, or you could use it in your base station as well. So for the Tech PA 350V and the PA 150U, this is the new Tech remote, and it does everything that you could do. It even the display shows everything exactly the same, including for the 350. For both of those radios, you get to see input power, output power, and SWR. It's just a great piece.
Boy, that is a really nice device, Rod. Thanks so much for sharing that. Let's go to the comments in the chat room and see who we have in there today. Rod, let's see, we've got, going to get him up on the screen here. See if we can get Jose, X-Ray Echo 2 Zulu Zulu is on with us. He always makes it here. We've got Ryan on with us. He has an all-band cobweb. He needs a suggestion for a mast. So hang on with that, Rod, and we'll help him out. Why don't you go ahead and answer that now, Rod?
Well, that's a tough call because for portable operations, you can I would say make do, but you could do pretty well with a fiberglass or a carbon fiber mast that we sell here at DX Engineering. And you would want to make sure to rope guy it for stability. For a permanent installation, a 20-foot tall mast is I mean, maybe you would use the telescopic Roan model that we have. We have a few different models, and frankly, you wouldn't even have to necessarily push them all up all the way or use all of them. You could just push up some of them to get 20 feet. Some of those are steel and they're heavy, so you'd have to have a really good tilt, like the DX Engineering Omni Tilt.
Yeah, that sounds good, Rod. And of course, if he needs more help, if Ryan needs more help, he can always call the 800 number here or send us an email to dxengineering@dxengineering.com. And all the manuals for all the things that Rod talked about today and I talked about are online at dxengineering.com as well. Who else do we have here in the chat room? Got Adrian, Papa Echo 2 Kilo on with us from the Netherlands, and 80, Germany 6 Alpha Delta on from the UK, and Donnie is on with us.
Thanks, Donnie.
And also Rodney, Kilo Juliet 5 Fox Whiskey Charlie is on with us, and Germany Mike 0 Victor Radio Papa is on also from the UK. And Skip talks about the SS30, and it does get everywhere, but it is magic grease. It is the close to DX greases we've got.
It gets all over your fingers, and then it gets all over everything you touch. So have some rags and some what do you use, Tim? Some
shop towels from Summit Racing. Yeah.
There you go. And some solvent, right?
There you go. And let's see, who else do we have on here? Barry is on, Germany 6 Juliet Mike X-Ray, and we've got more comments from Jim. You see that comment there, Rod?
Yeah, I did see that. I'll answer that here in a second. Actually, do you want me to just go ahead and answer it?
Yeah, go ahead right now.
Yeah, the TS430, if I'm not mistaken, it has a remote jack on the back that's a 7-pin DIN, and it's a special Kenwood 7-pin DIN that goes to an RCA. Now, we don't make that one yet, but it is available from other sources. So we'll be making that one, Wait a minute. Do we make that one? Yeah, we actually do make that one. A Kenwood to an RCA. That should work for the 430. And you could use that cable to go to the SVKR and then from the SVKR to that amplifier if you wanted to get a buffer in there and make sure that nothing funny is going to happen between the amplifier and the radio.
Great. Good stuff, Rod. We've got Kilo Golf 2 Mike on from Florida today. Great to see you. Our Steve, November Alpha 5 Charlie. Always good to see you. Our friend Michael, W3 Mike Lima, Japan, from just north of Pittsburgh. And let's see. Ryan, he says good deal. And of course, Jim acknowledges as well. Well, Rod, we want to encourage anybody that has any other questions on things, call into our experts. We have over 1,000 years combined experience on staff here at DX Engineering.
I know, I'm getting great.
Talking about ham radio. Love talking about ham radio. And we want to help you have more fun with the best hobby in the world. Rod, thanks very much for being on today.
Oh, you bet.
Thanks to all of you for listening. Hope you had fun. We'll see you next time here at DX Engineering. Until then, 73.